Note, the numbers in this video may not include everything Wright Brenner LLP is charging us for the month of October. I've been informed that if litigation is active, you, the public, have no right to know just how much Wright Brenner, or any other lawyer for that matter, is billing us on a monthly basis. I can think of at least 2 lawsuits and at least 2 claims for damages that might still be considered active. There's the Animal Legal Defense Fund versus Foster Farms that we got pulled into that has been going on for at least 2 years, and Haas v. Guzman et al. That have both showed up on City Council meeting agendas for discussion during closed session. Both the former city manager and former police chief filed claims for damages against the city. Haven't heard when those might be resolved, but in the meantime, we're not allowed to know how much we're paying for it all. At least, not from the invoices. In this video, we will be looking at what we were billed for general legal and human resources, at least the parts they're letting us see, on the October 2022 invoice from Wright Brenner LLP. We will start out by looking at the grand total for general legal of $6,240. As we go forward, we will notice that most of these hours billed have been redacted from the invoice. The next thing I would like to point out is the large previous balance is being paid off, in addition to over $2,000 of the retainer being applied to the balance. Looking at the first page of charges for general legal, notice 8 of the 11 entries have been redacted. On the next page, out of 18 entries, 11 have been redacted. On the next, 13 out of the 19 entries have been completely redacted. On the final page of charges for general legal, 5 of the 11 entries have been redacted. I also noticed that a new attorney has been added into the mix, an attorney by the name of Christian Smith, whose specialties are environmental, municipal, litigation, and water rights issues. Every single one of the entries associated with Attorney Smith has been redacted. Make of that what you will. Another thing we can see by looking at what we can see is there are 3 phrases that we cannot see. Those are attend city council meeting, attend office hours, and travel. We know that attorneys showed up for at least some of the meetings because we could see them with our own eyes and on video. We've seen on past invoices how we've been charged for attorneys attending meetings and office hours, and even travel. Sometimes we were charged for office hours on the same day as city council meetings, or even charged for office hours on days where there were no city council meetings. So how come we can't see anything at all about attending office hours, or attending council meetings, or travel on this invoice? I think I have a pretty good reason to believe that office hours, travel, and what we were billed for attending council meetings have been hidden from us under all these redactions. Lumped in together with other stuff, the powers that be have decided we have no business knowing, instead of being broken out as separate line items we can see. After importing what data we can see into an Excel spreadsheet, we get something that looks like this. Out of 59 line items in general legal, only 22 of them have not been redacted. In our last video, we mentioned that the City Council meeting for October 4th, 2022 being canceled due to lack of agenda items. In October, at least from what we have been allowed to see, we were charged $360 for items related to the October 18th regular meeting. Why, at this point in time, the city attorney is delving into the city council standard operating procedures is beyond me. Major items on the agenda for October 18th included a Community Development Block Grant, a FEMA grant application, information on a multi-jurisdictional housing element, and an attempt to approve a fire services agreement with Merced County/CAL FIRE for fire services, an additional person at the fire station, and a project for fire station refurbishment. Then there is $200 for the November 1st regular and special city council meeting. Now, the regular meeting portion was canceled, but the special meeting was not. At least that's my understanding. $540 for responding to a subpoena. $80 for emails and correspondence about a Merced County Association of Governments Joint Powers Agreement. $40 for an email about office hours. And $60 related to the Planning Commission. When we look at the charges for human resources, we see that just about everything is redacted. Date, person doing the work, hours, rate, amount, all redacted. When we look at the person recap, we can see that Tom Hallinan had put in 0.2 hours at a rate of $275 per hour, and that Deborah Henshaviera, the human resources specialist, put in 1 hour at $275. With the way things have been going lately, I would not be surprised that in the future the person recaps start getting completely redacted. From what I can see here, the city finally cut a check to pay off the previous balance of over $51,000. And keep in mind, the reason that balance got to be so high in the first place was due to nearly $43,000 worth of charges, some going all the way back to December 2021 through June 2022, dumped all at once into the June 2022 invoice. If you like what I do here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. And remember, editorial content is my own as a resident of Livingston and City Council watcher since at least 2007 and does not represent the views and opinions of the City Council or the City of Livingston itself, and certainly does not represent any kind of legal advice.